All right, Friday, we made it. Excited to play some games today. Been making some good progress on my own. I actually wanted to go over a game with my fancy new game report layout. Yes, indeed. Now the rating bar is present. I'm very proud of it. Very proud of it. Okay, so just in case you don't know how that thing works, that bar there immediately to my, that way, I guess to my left, basically shows who is mathematically ahead in the game. So white starts off with the slightest advantage because they move first, so they are plus 0.51, meaning they are a tiny bit ahead, all else being equal. And then the way the points are calculated based on position and material, you can think of a pawn as 1 point, bishop and knight as 3, rook as 5, queen is 9, I believe, and then the king is a billion, because if you lose the king, you lose the game. So that's the way to think about it, and you'll see that thing shift as the game goes on. And I wanted to show this game because I calculated from one specific point pretty deep. I usually don't calculate very deep, usually only like two moves ahead. But this one I calculated maybe like 6 moves ahead, which was pretty unusual for me. And it leads to an interesting position. So I wanted to show that. Not this, I'll show you where we play pretty normal all the way up until, and real quick, right there, I'm kind of hoping that he takes here because I want to take back and then clear my rook for later. Hold on, let me move this around 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I mean, when the bishop is there in that position, I like to offer that trade just because if they do take, then I get the open f-file, which, is good for me. And then I won't take here because I don't want him to open his rook. Even though I'll double his pawns, I usually don't take there, even though I think the computer wants me to. Okay, so I'd say all the way up to right now, actually till right now, look, 0. This is why it's good that we have the rating, the bar there in the middle. Literally, the game is even right now, 0.00. So I'd say as black, I should be happy because I have evened the score. Nobody has messed up, and it is literally even right now. So technically, mathematically, as black, I should be proud. And as we'll see, at least is this how I interpret it, if you have the opportunity to get a forced stalemate in a position like this, it's worth taking. However, I don't play that way, especially when I'm playing somebody higher rated than me. And this guy, I think, was, I guess you can't see his rating, but he was rated 1770 when I played it, and I was rated 1707. So, a good 50 points higher or so. And so I decide, this is where the calculation comes in, I decide I am going to sacrifice my bishop. Obviously, he will take. Happy Friday. What's up, Drew? Yeah, man. Happy Friday. I'm just analyzing this interesting position. This gets kind of crazy. This is an interesting game. It doesn't get that crazy, but what I was saying before was I calculated from here, this like as literally as even as you can possibly be from this position, which, by the way, notice my sexy new, I don't know what they call that bar, the thing that tells you who's ahead in the middle. But anyway, so my plan is to sacrifice the bishop. Pawn will take, obviously. My queen will take, obviously. And then just try to picture that position in your head. My bishop has been traded for these 2 pawns, and my queen is now on h3. And then you say, well, what's going to happen after that? Well, what can he do? And this is where I started trying to calculate. The queen can't move. Rook can't really do anything. None of these pieces can move. Everybody's trapped. This bishop is terrible. The only piece that was like, well, I guess he could move is this guy. And also, importantly, this guy. But I didn't really see that second knight. I didn't think he would move here. It just didn't occur to me. But my plan was to move my knight here and then go for checkmate on this square. Or I thought worst case, I would get this, because I would then have, he'd moved his rook off that piece. So I was like, okay, this is going to be great. Fire, fire, fire. Take the piece. Take the piece. Take the piece. So interesting. Look at what happened to the little prediction bar. I really need to know what that thing's called. After that, even though I'm down technically 1 material point, right? Because 2 pawns, 1 bishop, I'm down because I lost the bishop. But the computer thinks that I am slightly ahead. And if we see, the computer actually wants me to stalemate here, and the way you would do that would basically be to go back and forth a bunch. But and so that's why it's at literally 0, 0, 0. So I wasn't expecting this move, because my plan was to basically go there and then checkmate right there, but now he's got 2 defenders on that square. So that's when my calculation, I was like, darn, I missed the one move that was, because I figured I could take care of this guy some other way. But anyway, I proceed with my plan because that's the way I play, stubborn, and even though if it's not fully there, I'm still gonna go for it. So you can see the rating thingy-majiggy doesn't like that. So I'm still hoping for this. Obviously he's gonna block with that, which he does. And then I figured, okay, that plan is basically scrapped, forget that. Let's try to make a new plan, which is to get another piece involved. So I figured he'll take here, I'll take back, and then I can either do this to open up my rook, or worst case, I can rook lift and have a pretty good line on the king. So I was feeling pretty good about that. I think an important thing there is basically like, if you don't have to be the one to do the trade, like if the trade's gonna happen, then you might as well not do it. You might as well get your own turn out of the way, and then when he does it, you pull the thing off. So he does that, I take back because I kind of have to, I think. And then he moves here. You know, this is where I'm on the attack. I don't want him to be taking all these pieces. So this is kind of frustrating me, and I'm kind of like, the evaluation bar. Okay, great. I always want to call it the ELO bar because the ELO rating. And so I get the 2 ratings confused. One rates you as a player, and then the evaluation bar rates the game. Thank you, Drew. You saved my the next 2 hours worth of streaming. So in this position, you shouldn't trade, ideally, because I'm on the attack, and really my whole threat was this knight on this square. So with that going, I'm a little bit concerned. And so I traded there. I forget why, I can't remember, but basically I'm a little bit worried my attack's falling apart, and I'm thinking the only way this is going to happen is if I can get my rook involved by doing the rook lift. He brings the queen. Now you'll see the evaluation bar wants me to queen trade here, but this is where I'm like, I really don't think queen trading in this position would have been a good idea. But this is where it gets a little messy. All my calculation goes out the window, but the next thing I think that's interesting is basically, I do see how I can checkmate him, but again, I miss one defensive move that he had that I'll see if I can pause it right when it gets there and see if you can find it. Because when I saw that he had it, I was like, wait, what? I don't see any possible way of defending this. And he did have one way, I'll show you. So I check, king moves, I move out of the way, he blunders. I'm just gonna skip through this because it gets a little bit, like I said, a little bit messy. He takes the knight, and then he takes the other rook, or he takes my rook. But I was like, fine, you can have that one, because after this, I'm just gonna take here. And I was like, that's great. He sees this move, which is pretty annoying, because his plan is when I come down and take the knight, he's just going to escape. And as far as I calculated, he could actually, literally escape. So that was pretty frustrating. So I realized that his queen can't get back in less than 2 moves, which is great. Oh, good. Definitely called that. Awesome. So I decided I'm going to cut off his escape in 1 move. And then on the next move, I'll checkmate him here. But right here, he has a way of defending that I did not see, and it took me a long time. I don't think I ever actually found it. Maybe it's obvious, but I was looking at the queen. Queen can't get back. I'll just wait here for a second and see if you can see the way to defend from right here, because I'm obviously checkmating 1 right there. And look at the evaluation bar, +10, because he just nuked all my pieces. The whole time I'm thinking, fine, take my knight, take my rook, because I'm always 1 move away from what I think is checkmate, but apparently I wasn't, and yeah. Okay, not really seeing it, right? Okay, check this move out. Well, here's what happened. He didn't do it, and he gets checkmated. So he gets checkmated, but look at what it wanted. It wants this. Okay, so you think, okay, well that doesn't matter because I'm going to move this rook, so who cares? Move the rook, check. Then he comes and defends with, or blocks with the bishop. You can't take because you're not pinning the knight like you usually are. And you can't take here because then it's like, I was like, wait a minute, what? And there's no way out of this. You think, okay, well maybe I could do this, and I think what happens there. I think you basically can just, you get like the piece, but by that point he can recover. Let's see what happens if he, I don't know what he has to do here. It's very, oh yeah, then he can bring the knight up or the rook up, and then you can't really move. It's so bad. I was like, oh my God. And obviously he didn't find that. And I didn't find that after looking at it forever, because when I was watching the analysis and I saw that I blundered there, I was like, how? I'm pretty sure I'm one move away from checkmate. But yeah, it's crazy. And I'm happy, Drew, that you didn't find it either, because I was like, dude, what the hell? Yeah, it's crazy. I think the key is recognizing that you're not going to take here. You're eventually just going to use it to block. And then when you block, nothing can happen. Crazy. Pretty crazy situation. Pretty advanced, yeah. So up until that point, my plan was when I played that game, I was pretty proud of how it all went down, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this on stream, and it's gonna be like my advanced calculation game. And then next thing you know, I realized that I actually like totally blundered my way through it. I might need to reset here. Hold on. Oh no, it's still there. Okay, great. 5 head, as they say over here. I don't know that expression, but I like it, but I don't know it. Twitch speak. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm still pretty new to Twitch myself. All right, let's see. So as usual, I have cleaned up my mess from last time I streamed, and I had to take a break yesterday because I got the flu shot, not the COVID one, the just normal flu shot, and my whole like body just totally shut down for a day. It was terrible. So I'm back to normal now, but I had to take a break. And anyway, last time I lost all my points, so I took the time on my own, got back to 17-17, and now we can stream and lose them all again together. So let's do it. Let's see what we got. 1669, and I keep getting paired with 1600s, which is fine, but again, I don't love that just because of the I think this is if he moves here, this is a okay, so this is a gambit of a sort. So I'm a pawn ahead, and I've played this before. I think you just have to play like mega solid, like super boring solid. I forget the way to play it, but you kind of just have to go into like full hermit mode and just hold on to that pawn advantage if you can. There's another version of that gambit though where they actually don't take right there, and it gets dicey in here. Hold on. Because if you go with the bishop, which looks tempting, then he just comes down here. But there's a version of this gambit that I've seen where they let you take here, they let you take there, and then they let you take there, and the idea is to get the bishop lined up on that diagonal. I don't know what this gambit's called, but I've seen it, I'd say maybe once out of every... Oh gosh, this is tricky because if you do this, then he does come down here. Can I just... You know what? I think that's okay. I think we just let him take there. If he wants to. And then the idea is we'll go the other way. Or we don't castle, I don't know. The thing is that we're up a pawn. And so I'm happy to trade this all the way down. This is kind of a weak move, but I wouldn't mind alleviating this pain. So even if that's all it does, I'd be happy with that. Okay. What's he threatening? This. That's a pretty nasty threat, I will be honest. Can we just block with the bishop? I think so. Man, these gambit positions are so tough. I mean, maybe they shouldn't be, but yeah, it's hard. At least this is finished. At least this threat's finished. I kind of just want to go up here and say, hey, let's trade, buddy. You know? Or this, and then, you know what? I'm going to do this. And then ride that pawn advantage all the way down. All the way down. Because I'm also thinking, if he doesn't take this trade, I'll bring the bishop out. I can't bring the bishop out because he can just take here. He could just take there right now. Damn. But he could have done that before. Damn, that's a bummer. Yeah, he'll probably do that. Damn. That's too bad. I didn't see that. I thought... That's the problem with trades like that, is you really need to look for checks. Always be looking for checks. Damn. That's too bad. All right, well... We still have that pawn advantage, so it's not a total loss. I'm going to try to undouble right here if I can. Okay, that's good. He'll probably develop his knight, and he'll probably castle if I were him. Yep. Because I was going to go there and then try for my own tactics, but... okay. I need to get my bishop involved. Think this one through. That was dumb. Why did I do that? I guess you could say that's why, but that isn't why I did that. Because then he can just pressure. Oh, I have an idea. It doesn't work. Damn. Okay, great. Just isolated my pawns for nothing. For nothing. For nothing. I guess I can get this one while we're at it. Because he just gets this guy. Okay, so my plan needs to be... I'm going to have to get one rook with a tactic, no matter what. That's the only way this is going to go down. Is if I can get at least one rook with a tactic. And then... these two pawns can face off against these guys, and I'll just have to hope that my king can do battle in here. I wish he didn't have a knight. They make it so much harder to calculate this stuff. Okay. Just get this guy out of trouble for now. Oops. Man. Actually, that's okay. I think that's fine. There's not really much of a threat other than he can bring this guy down here and take that pawn. So if I go here, and I can play here, if I have to. Or I could, yeah. This is usually a pretty bad sign though when you're holding on to like single pawns for dear life. I could play... Okay, so now we just need to get right there. He'll see it, but at least we can threaten here and here. Ah, damn this knight. Damn this knight. Damn. That didn't work at all. That didn't work literally at all. Can't even check to get out of this. This is pretty much lost, I'd say. Either lose the rook or lose the bishop with a pretty nasty check. Ooh. I was thinking maybe I play here, and if he takes with the knight, which he won't, I could play that, but yeah, this game's lost, so I'm gonna shut my brain down, just so we're clear. The brain is off. We're just gonna close this one down. I gotta think back to what went wrong there. What happened? Oh yeah, I offered an ill-advised queen trade, which I really thought. I guess I should have just put my rook behind the bishop. That's frustrating. I'm hoping he does that. I think either he loses, like he can take, then I'll take, or he can not do that and then I'll take anyway. I think. Not that this gets me back. I mean, look at these pawns. It's like the worst, the worst pawn formation probably ever. Combined with being down a full piece and a pawn. Rough situation we got ourselves into here. Rough situation. At least we're making him think, you know. At least we are making him think about his choices in life. Oh, he did it. Lost the rook. So, for those of you keeping track on the evaluation bar, I was down 6, and that little trade put me down 4. So technically, a good move. And I would say we're not fully lost now. We could pin the horsey to the castle. But he'll just get out of that, won't he? Or will he? I guess that's one way to get out of it. It always sucks when pieces can check you. Okay, so let's try and do this the old-fashioned way. Because there's a checkmate there if I can get him, if I can block that square. So the new plan. Okay, so he wants me to go to this square so he can get me there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here. This is the lamest plan of all time. Oh, it won't checkmate anyway because he's got it way out now. Unless we can get in. Gosh darn it. Leave me alone. Sometimes you got to watch out for these like long knight forks. Like that's the hard thing about knights is that their fork potential is distant. They can fork super far away. Okay, that pawn is lost. I'm just trying to get right there. And then that's checkmate. If I can. He'll see it though. He'll see that move. I suspect. He could just do it right now. He could also check me here, but then I'll just go here and then... Well, that would be game over. No, it wouldn't, because he could come down here with the knight and block. Damn, he found it. It's pretty obvious. It's like, what's my king doing over here, you know? What's he doing over there? So what should I do? Either protect this pawn who's about to die, or take this pawn. I think take this pawn. Because if I'm going to survive this, the only way is going to be... the only way is going to be if I can either beat him on time or get a draw. Which both are highly unlikely. Highly, highly unlikely. Gotta watch for forks when you're this close. The good thing about looking for forks is you only need to look at the knight's like two moves. You don't have to do like the full knight mega attack. But the thing that's crazy is when a knight gets a fork that's like in like here, where you've got a piece basically here and here. Crazy. Okay, so I could try to... Problem is my king can't really move very far. Can he check me? So only on the discovery attack situation, you really only need to watch out for a check, which I don't see, so... I was thinking maybe about just playing here and just trying to get the king in that same square again. I mean, all we're looking for right now is, ooh, okay, that's not super good. So let's just get around it this way. Although this is harmless as well because he'll just be able to protect it. And okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna go for my thing again. I'm gonna go for it one more time because he can't right now. He can check me, I guess. Yeah, damn. But he can't get that pawn across yet. Damn, I really want that. Okay, so he's looking for that fork. Okay. So he'll probably get that check in, but maybe, here's interesting. No, it's not that interesting. It's actually not interesting at all. Okay, let's see what we have here. He's only got one square, so let's see if we can't... Now we have to switch into stalemate mode, unfortunately. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, on the stalemate. Man, I still think that I have a weird sense for stalemates. I wrote an article on chess and people keep like talking crap like you should never try for stalemate or stalemates, forcing stalemates are not possible. It's like, yeah, I get it. Forcing stalemates are often not possible. They are sometimes possible to force. As if you look up the super rook, that is one way to force a stalemate. But in this case, yeah, I didn't force it, but we were trying to do it. And the best way in this case, I would say, is that like I put my king in the position where my one remaining piece can't move. So that was the key there. And then as I say in my article, it helps if their minor pieces are protecting squares that you're not really looking at as that person, right? Like this guy, I bet he, in this position, if you just told me very quickly, is this gonna be a stalemate? I'd be like, probably not, because it looks like the king should be able to go everywhere on this file, right? Obviously he can't go there or there. Hello, hello. Had a game, the other guy got mad for whatever reason and ran down the timer, and then he promoted 5 pawns into queens against my solo king. I kept playing. After his 5th promotion, he stalemated me. Yeah, so that I mentioned that same thing. It's so funny when people get cocky, they kind of like toy with you. If they like, you know, whether they, for whatever reason, they get mad and they decide that they're just going to promote every piece. That's actually one of the easiest ways to get a stalemate, because they don't realize that like all of these queens are cutting off like most of the board, right? Like one queen takes up a lot of the board. Like look what happens if you promote 2 queens. And on that promotion, if you're a king somewhere, it's like just get yourself like right there. And then, you know, the next queen gets promoted and takes your remaining squares. So yeah, that's definitely happened to me before too. All right, I'm gonna pull up the quick analysis on that one just because we had a gambit that I've not really studied so much. You reported him. I guess that's like not sportsmanlike. Is that the report in that case? Okay, so here's the gambit, which is that they sacrifice those pawns. And the gambit I know is that they also sacrifice this pawn. or I've seen that one before anyway. And gosh, I did not play this. I played it okay up to here. And this is where I screwed up. So my thinking was to move the rook. Instead, I asked for a queen trade. I hadn't seen that. I wasn't looking at that. That was frustrating. So then I just get picked apart. However, all the way up until right here, I like how the computer says that's a blunder. It's like, well, what's at this point the game is over. We're just trying for a stalemate, which we got. Yeah, running down the timer. That is really annoying. I haven't had somebody do that to me for a long time. That can be really frustrating. Especially in these 10-minute games that I play. Man, when people run down the timer, that's super frustrating. You know what I was thinking could be kind of fun? I haven't played a bullet game in like a year, maybe. I wonder if I should try that. I think I'm going to try that. All right, but if we're going to do a bullet game, we need a different song. We need something that's like kind of fast. Let's see. No. Hold on. Not finding what I want to find. Okay, anyway. What is my rating? My rating is, let's take a look, 1716 there. Messy chess on the right. So that's rapid. And that's all I play. All I play is rapid. So highest I've ever been is 1824, trying to get back. Still 800 noob chess. Well, hey, 800 is, I'd say at like 300, 400, 500, that's where I always joke with people, you'd be better off making a random move. But at 800, you're playing real chess, That's legit. And I bet you going 800 to 1,000 with careful study, you'll be fine. All right, let's try a bullet game. I haven't done this in a long time. This is going to be really crazy. So I'm probably going to lose on time. Oh man, I need the animations on. I can't play without the animations. I can't see what's happening. I'm sure they do that just because people get like super man, I can't see. That's so crazy. I gotta find my setting to turn those back on because that's super annoying. Let's take there. Or not. I think that's a fork, right? Oops. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Oh man, I'm gonna lose on time, huh? Ooh, man. Bullet is scary, man. That was so intense. I don't think I can handle that. 600, 700 people still fall for scholar mates. Yeah, I think at that level you can do all kinds of crazy tricks and get some wins. And if you take en passant, because no one's seen en passant, that's hilarious. Yeah, when people see en passant for the first time, it's like, I actually thought the very first time I'd seen that, because if you play en passant like with your friends at school or something, nobody knows that rule. So when you have it here, all of a sudden a pawn just disappears and you're like, what? So yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, that was crazy. I've never, I've never played Bullet, but I haven't played Bullet in a long time. And I will say I do not like it because I need the animations to like orient me as to like where the pieces are. That was wild. 94% accuracy though, not so bad. Only one mistake. Okay, so let's see what happened. I think where it got kind of cool, it's all pretty normal here. And Bullet, and also people always do stupid moves where it's like, oh, maybe you're moving so fast, you're not going to see me take this piece. Like, that happens a lot. So, yeah, that was not the right move because he could have taken differently. But that, if he'd taken with the bishop, he would have avoided this this fork. So that was the first move where I was like, okay, we got this guy. And then here, that move was wrong because, you know, obviously this is great. So I get one rook. And then this is cool because I'm already way up. I'm up a piece, right? And then it's always fun when you can get a discovered attack on an unprotected piece. So that was nice. And then at this point, like, I was just worried I was going to lose on time because this is so crazy. Like, I just don't click fast enough. And the nice thing with him going here is that usually it's kind of hard, or I find it a little bit difficult to checkmate with two rooks like this. But when he put this guy here, he blocked off the one remaining square for his little guy to go to. So you mostly play Rapid and Blitz, yeah. I like, here, let me find you. Is your name the same as it is on Twitch? How do I find people? Connect. Yes, it's the same. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. But their UI is so bad. Okay, so your name, Kit Kat UI. Oh, nice spell. Oh, 2 T's. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at your games. Do you want to look at one of your games? Would that be fun or no? We don't have to. I could play another one, but you played this one really well. 95% accuracy. Let's see. The chess cam interface, very questionable. Yeah. Yeah. You play the bishop out? Made so many errors. Nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I guess it wants you to develop a little faster. That's kind of nice, like he put his bishop here and then just blocked it in. That's too bad. Yeah, nice. Now you can take the pawn if you want. Yeah. Ah, nice. That was cool. Solid discover attack. And this is one of those moves where it's like, what's his plan? You know? Where's that knight going? Nobody knows. And you prevent them from castling. That's fantastic. You get to castle. Now you hope the knight moves so you can get the... Nice. There you go. Awesome. That's great. You're playing way better than your rating would make it seem. Yeah, this looks great. Mate in 6 now, yeah. Awesome. That was a good game. Nicely done. I'd never done that before. Looked at somebody else's game, especially on stream, mostly just because the chess interface is so confusing. My gosh, it's wild. All right. I'm gonna do another 10-minute game because those 1-minute games gave me so much. I was like heart attack. It was crazy. So we're gonna slow it back down again. Sorry if you like the bullet pace, but that was way too much for me. I'm not cut out for this, you know. All right, let's go. 1727. All right. Should be able to handle this. I don't like when people play Sicilian though. The reason is because I don't like that they get this nice way to get their queen out. But if he's gonna go that way, I might go queenside. Maybe. If he castles, I'm gonna do this and then actually see if he takes this. The only reason I don't want to go queenside is he does have an open file pointed right at the king. You know what though? Yeah, I don't think this is the right way to do this. So this has happened a ton on stream before where I like castling in opposite directions. The reason being, I just enjoy the pawn race. You know, like, I mean, he doesn't have to race too many pawns because he's already got pieces coming down this way. Yikes. Yeah, this is already bad. You know, I knew I should have gone that way. Okay, well, let's see if we can make it a little tricky for him. I don't think I have enough time to do this. I think I actually might have enough time to do this. And I'll suicide my rook if he does this. Yeah, so this was my weak idea of defense, but I don't actually see how he screws with that unless he starts pushing these pawns, but I think we'll have pushed, because my thinking is I'm going to take here, he'll probably take here to open this rook, and then I'll bring this guy here. We just need that knight to be gone. Because if this knight's gone after this move, it's checkmate, because then my queen can come here with check and then there, but this knight needs to not be there. How are we going to make that happen? This pawn needs to not be there, or this pawn needs to move. That would be the best situation. Actually, I could see this happening. I could see him pushing here. Oh, that was dumb. Shoot, that was stupid. I should have just wasted that rook. That's going to blow up our little plan over there. But maybe we just... Well, he's trapped now. And then we get to open everybody up. Great. Oh, great. He's got to go this way, I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. So now what? We can take the bishop. We got to go for the kill shot. So where's that going to be found? I think we take... Or we, we got time to calculate this. Everybody chill out. Let's calculate this. Down. Where does he go? I think he probably goes here because he's thinking he's going to get out this way. So then I take here and he can't get out that way, right? I think that's the plan. If he blocks with the pawn, that would be annoying, but it would be fine. So we could still take the bishop. So if he blocks this way, I think we just go here. He's only got one square left. So then we bring this guy up, but the bishop's still there. Man, that made my mouth dry. That was getting super intense. I thought he was going to start pushing these pawns. And I also thought that I blundered the pawn right there, but he got too greedy taking the pawn that then he trapped his bishop. So he probably should have taken with the knight. Okay, then that's not checkmate, but it's close. Is there a way to make this go faster? I'm not gonna let you do perpetual, so get that out of your head. And if we don't check him, he's just gonna move his rook there. So what's the plan here? We could check here, takes, and then check there. Okay, that could work. That could work. I think we need to do this because we need to get more pieces involved. I think. Maybe we don't. Maybe I'm just missing the ultimate checkmate here. But I don't want to screw up, and I don't want to give him time to do this. So now my thinking is that we do this. Is that going to work? No, because we still need to take care of... Yeah, this will work because we go here, and if he goes here, we can come up here. And then he can escape down that way. The little sneaky guy. Oh my goodness. This guy's the worst. Have any good ways of taking care of that? How can he escape? Well, he can get out that way now, unfortunately. So he can, but let's see if he does. He has to move now. He has to move it now. Oh, he can't. Now, what am I talking about? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I was focused on the wrong piece. But I think we can still get him. I think we can still get him because I'll do this after he takes this knight, I think. Ugh, that was awful. Yep, the rook covers that file. Indeed. Look at me almost blowing that. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. I think we'll be okay. I think. Could just take with the rook, though. Or the bishop. But if he takes with the bishop, I think he'll still lose. Because if he does this, my next move is this, and then... Or actually, no, I'd play there. No, I can't because the queen's there. Damn. Yeah, that might have screwed it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So I can't take here. This is kind of a fun move. Gets me the bishop back. Let's do this. Can't go that way, can't go there. He can only go here or he can sack. If he goes here, I'm just gonna go here. And then he can block, but then I'll take, but then he can, yeah, then I can take here because he can't, he's pinned. Should be okay. Goodness gracious, that was close. Goodness me, that was close. How does he get out of this one? I think he has to block, and then I can take. I can't take because of the frickin' king will take back. I could just go here. Hold on, let me think about this. Check. No, he just goes back. Let's just do this. Can't take that. Can't take that. Oh, you can. Man, I keep making the same mistake. My goodness. All right, we're just going to have to close this one down the old-fashioned way. Which is to say slowly. Slowly. Don't need that pawn, but I would like to just get him this way. No, that's annoying. Oh shoot, I almost moved that piece. That would have been crazy. Man, I need to sit and reflect on what happened in this game and how I almost lost after all of that. Now we gotta watch for stalemates on us, you know. I don't know if I should feel too good about that one. I don't think I should feel too good about that one. Mostly just because that one position, we're gonna go back and look at it. Ugh, that was a sketchy one, but let's take a look. Maybe it wasn't as sketchy as I thought. Oh yeah, I can see it in the graph. This is funny. Look at the graph. Right there. Right there. Wonder what happened right in there. I went from being plus mate and 9 to -8. Wow, really screwed that one up. Let's see what happened. Okay, I think he needed to take. I can't remember. Let's see. All right, so I did that, which I didn't need to do. I probably could have raced my pawns forward faster. That would have been good. Yeah, I had to take there because he was... Yeah, that was the right move. Blocking was the right move. Okay, so yeah, I think here he should have taken with the knight if he was going to take with anybody, because he could have... I don't move this rook. I don't see that threat. Actually, I do. I just play here, so... It gets trapped. Yeah, so I'm plus 10 right now. So I probably could have come over here. Or that, yeah. Yep, I could take the bishop. Yeah, it wanted me to go back, yeah. The only reason I did that was, I mean, like he blundered there, because I was thinking he was definitely going to do that. It seemed like the right move, I would say, and then giving me this blockade was solid. So I think that made sense, but yeah, so here's where I totally screwed up. So I think right now, can't I just play that? And then the only square he can come to is right there. Yeah, so definitely wanted that move. That was a bad swing right there, because I didn't see this check losing the knight. I also did not see the hanging rook. I got a little cocky right here, to be honest. I think in this moment, I could feel that I was a couple moves away from checkmate, which I was, but that knowledge was enough to make me get a little lazy. So I think that's especially exacerbated by the fact that I'm streaming while I'm having that psychological experience, but it's always worth noting. I mean, that can happen in any game. My coach always says, the worst mistake you'll make in chess is always right after you make like a tiny mistake. You're like psychologically bummed out, and then you just make another one like right after it. But the same thing is true right after you go up. So after all of this, like my adrenaline's going in my head. I'm like, well, I definitely won this game, and it's like pretty clear that affected me. So he takes there. Now I don't see how that's a huge blunder. Yeah, because he would just have to sacrifice. Oh. Oh man, we both missed this. Bam, can't take. Damn. Whoa. Yeah, see, that's why we're not celebrating this victory, because that's inexcusable miss. But the reason I would venture that I missed that is that happened so long ago, and this is such a weird situation that I wasn't looking for pins, I'll be honest. I don't think my eye line went above here. I was just like, oh, he can't block. The only way he can block is with the queen. Ouch. Okay, well, he didn't see it. I didn't see it. It's good. And then this happens. I kept thinking, I'm so silly. I kept thinking I had this, not realizing you could just take here. So I really miscalculated this a lot. And then everything is fine, but I'm pretty sure I could have made this happen way faster. Way faster. I got annoyed. Yeah. Man, okay, well that's lots of good lessons there, but my gosh, I think this one is the one that I will remember. Is if your opponent has cleared his files, keep an eye out, because your pawns probably can't do what you want them to do. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, the good news is, for the first time ever, I think we're undefeated this session. No, I drew the first game, but it was a forced stalemate. And I find any game where I am affirmatively lost, if I can willingly stalemate it, I feel like that is a mental victory for me. All right, I think that's the end of it. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next one. We're getting close to 1800, 1724. Just a few more games, like at least 10, given how I keep getting paired with 1600. So, all right, happy Friday, happy weekend. See y'all later.